So in this chapter, we are going to learn about the basics of geometry. What about the tools and how to take care of the tools and how to use them. So this is a 30 centimeter scale. Okay, so you have to make sure that whichever scale you use, okay, it has to have a nice sharp edge like this. Okay, so sometimes the scale is a little rough edged on both the sides. So if it has a rough edge, the lines will also become a little jagged. So this is how you basically draw a line, and also the pencil that you use, it has to be sharp like this. Okay, so if I'm drawing a line of 5 centimeter, I'm going to place it like this and make a point at 0 and a point at 5 like this, and then I'm going to draw the line this way. Okay, and then immediately you can do the marking of A and B just next to the 2 points. Okay, so the next what we are going to learn how to draw is an angle. So this is a small size protractor of omega. Now for drawing the angle, let us first draw a line like this of say 7 centimeters and mark points A and B. So at point A, I'm going to draw a 40 degrees angle, and at point B, I'm going to draw a 60 degrees angle. Okay, so I'm going to take this point, this center point of the protractor, and I'm going to align it on point A like this. Let me just zoom it a little bit for you. Okay, so I'm going to align it like this, and at the same time I'm going to align this line also to this line AB. Okay, so only then you will get a perfect measurement. So it has to be aligned, and this point has to be aligned at this point A like this. And then for 40 degrees you have to start counting from the right side. So you have to consider 0 here, not 180. So this is 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. So your 40 degrees will come here. So with this point you have to join it to point A. So your 40 degrees will come on the left side like this. Similarly, for the right side, I'm going to align the center point like this and align the straight line like this, and then start counting from this side. So this is 0 to 60. So I'm going to do a marking here at 60 degrees and join this line to point B this way. So this angle is 60 degrees. Okay, so this is how you use a protractor. Next, let's talk about this compass. Now while using the compass, you have to keep a few things in mind, that this part has to be a little tight. Okay, if it is loose, then the measurements will keep on changing. So if there is a screw here and if it is loose, then you can just take a help of a elderly person and use a screwdriver and just tighten this screw here. Okay, secondly, the pencil that you use has to be sharp. Okay, if it is not sharp, then the lines will come blunt, the arcs will come blunt, and it has to be smaller than the height of the compass like this. Okay, then the most important point is that when you align this point and the pencil point, it has to come in a straight line like this. It cannot go down, it cannot go up like this. Okay, so it has to be in a straight line. Just tighten it like this, and first let's see how we can draw a circle. Now for drawing a circle, you have to hold it like this. Okay, so any measurement you can take, or let's take a specific measurement of say 3 centimeter. radius. So I have taken a 3 centimeter measurement like this on the compass, and first thing what you have to do is push this center point inside the paper. Okay, once you push it inside the paper, there will be a small hole here. So with the help of this, you have to draw a circle like this in a single stroke this way. Okay, you have to turn it around like this. You don't have to turn the paper or anything like that. Okay, so you just have to turn this compass. All right, now for drawing arcs also similarly, let's first draw a line A and B. Now for drawing arcs, I'm going to place it on point A, take more than half, draw an arc below and draw an arc above. Using the same measurement, put it on point B and cross mark the arc here and cross mark the arc here. And then join this line. For joining the line, align this ruler on this point and on this point. Okay, so you can use the tip of the pencil for aligning the 2 points, and then draw a straight line like this, and don't forget to mark this point as well. So in this chapter we are going to learn how to solve elementary plane geometry and lettering. So this is the 4th paper, and this is an actual question paper of September 2024. Okay, so the time duration is 2 hours and time is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so this paper actually comes after design. So the instructions for candidates are given like this. Solve any 4 questions from section A. So this is section A, plane geometry, and you can see there are 5 questions asked in section A. So you have to solve any 4 of them. It's okay if you want to solve all 5. If you know all of them, that is also fine. So what you have to do is you have to read all the questions carefully and do the marking wherever you feel you are able to do those questions. Okay, so next is, it is compulsory to solve the question of lettering given in section B. Okay, now this is section B, lettering. So this entire question is compulsory. You have to do those. All the lines drawn for the composition of the diagram should be permanent. They should not be erased. That means you cannot erase any of the construction lines that you have drawn. So there is no scope of making mistake whatsoever in your geometry constructions. And if you do so, then marks will be deducted. While drawing the diagram, special attention should be given to neatness and precision. If necessary, both sides, backside of the paper can be used. Okay, so now just let me zoom out like this and keep the question paper aside. And this is the answer sheet. This is a A3 size cartridge paper that will be provided to the students. And this is the front side of the answer sheet, which is blank. And on the back side, there will be a school stamp here with your name, seat number, date, exam, seat, center number. All these details have to be filled. Okay, so we'll leave this page aside and start using this page. Okay, so I'm not going to actually do all the constructions. I'm just going to show you the placement, how the constructions have to be done. Now first we need to divide this paper into 4 equal parts. So easy way of dividing it is just fold it in half like this, but not the full way. Just make a crease like this on the edge. Mark it with pencil. Use a long ruler like this and draw a straight line like this. Similarly, make a crease on this shorter side, and make 4 equal parts like this. Okay, so once the 4 equal parts are done, then you can leave around 1.5 centimeter space and make a line here. So this is for the question. So remember, you have to write the question as well. Don't just write the question number. Okay, now out of the 5 questions, you can just tick mark whichever ones you are able to do. So you have to do 4 of them at least. Okay, so starting with the first one, draw a line AB 9 centimeter long, divide into 4 equal parts. Here you can use a pen. Divide a line AB 9 centimeter long into 4 equal parts. Okay, so this I have written the construction, the question, and here you can solve the construction. So draw a line of 9 centimeter like this, and then for 4 equal parts you can just take A and B more than half, draw an arc up and down, put it on point B, cross the arcs. Remember, you don't have to erase anything, so even if it goes out a little bit, that is okay. Join this line, mark this point O, again take more than half, draw an arc up and down, put it on point A, cross it like this, join this line. You can use the same radius, draw an arc up and down, put it on point O, and cross the arcs and join this. Let's name this C and D. So this is how you do the construction, neat and clean. All right, so similarly, now if you are skipping question number 2, okay, and you're going to question number 3 directly. Construct a triangle with its base 6 centimeter and the angle at the base is 75 degrees and 60 degrees serially. So you have to write question number 3 here. Okay, so you cannot write 2 here. You have to write whatever question is given on the question paper. Okay, so and whatever question is there, you can write it down here, do the construction. Question number 4 will come here and question number 5 will come here, and your constructions will come here, here and here. Okay, so that part is clear. So your 4 constructions will come on the front side. Okay, now if you want to do the 5th option also, that is the question number 2, you can do the 5th option here. So here you can write question number 2 and do the construction on this side. That is, you can keep it for option. Okay, so but you have to use this space for the lettering part also. So section B is lettering. Now let's read section B. Answer the question below, it is compulsory. On the answer paper, draw an outer shape of your choice. So for elementary students, you have to draw the outer shape of your choice. Inside this outer shape, interpret the word title given below according to the meaning of the word or in your own style, and color it with colors of your choice. The word given is tall, and the proposed color mediums are given. For geometry, it's pencil and or pen, and for lettering, any color medium of your choice. Okay, so here you can make your rough sketches. You can make your lettering like this. think about what can be done from the word tall. You can, what are the things that are tall? So giraffe, that is tall. You can make a giraffe like this, and you can write the word tall like this. So just work upon the rough sketches. You can use this page for the drawing the rough sketches, and then once your design is finalized, then you can start drawing the final in this area. Okay, so one thing about lettering is that you have to start with the lettering first of elementary, and then after you have completed the lettering, then you have to draw the outer shape around it. Okay, so if you have selected an outer shape like this, suppose I'm drawing an outer shape like this, and then I'm writing the word tall inside here. In place of L, I'm going to make shoes like this. Okay, so this gives an illusion of the letter L. All right, so I'm going to first draw the lettering here in the final. So first I'm going to make one line as a base and one line here. So in this space I'm going to write the letter T. Here I'm going to write the letter A, and for L I'm going to make a long leg like this, long slender leg, almost cartoonish, and shoes that are little big like this. So the second leg is also coming besides it like this. Okay, so this is my final drawing. Now on top of this final drawing I'm going to draw the outer shape. Okay, so I'm going to leave around the same distance. Okay, how much I've left here, around 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter. I'm going to leave around the same distance on all four sides like this. So here what happens is, after you draw the lettering and then you make the outer shape around it, your lettering tends to come in the center where you exactly want it in your outer shape. Okay, so then you can erase off these lines. You can add a thickness. You can use a ruler. Use a ruler for adding proper thickness to the lettering. Okay, and this is of course the leg, which also acts as the letter L. Okay, so once this drawing is completed, then you can outline it with a black gel pen and then start coloring it. So in this chapter we are going to learn how to solve the paper of geometry for intermediate exam. Okay, so this is the fourth paper for intermediate exam, and the time duration is 2 hours. The time is 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. and it comes after design. Okay, so let's read the instructions first. Solve any 3 questions from section A. Okay, so this is section A, that is plane geometry. So in section A there are 5 options, 5 questions given. You have to solve any 3. So what you need to do is read all the constructions carefully, all the questions carefully, and just tick mark the ones which you feel they are the easiest. Okay, so tick mark the 3 which you find are easiest. So that is the first thing that you have to do. Second point is, it is compulsory to solve all the questions of geometry and lettering given in section B. So this is section B. Okay, so section B is solid geometry and lettering. Okay, so question of here it should be solid geometry. Okay, so there are 1, 2 and 3 questions given here, but the first one is solid geometry. Okay, so that is the plan and elevation of a square cube with diameter 5 centimeter, and the second and third is lettering. Okay, next, all the lines drawn for the composition of the diagram should be permanent. They should not be erased. So you don't have to erase any of your construction lines, and if you do, some marks will be deducted. So whatever diagram lines, construction lines are there, they remain like that only. While drawing the diagram, special attention should be given to neatness and precision. If necessary, both sides, backside of the paper may be used. Okay, so this is the answer sheet, which is A3 size cartridge paper, and this is the front side of the answer sheet, and this is the back side of the answer sheet. And here on the right side there will be a stamp with the student's name, seat number, date, exam center number. All these things have to be mentioned here by the student. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is divide the box, the square rectangle here, into 4 equal parts. So very simple method of dividing it is just fold it like this. Don't fold it all the way through, just on the edge like this. Make a marking and draw a line very lightly. Similarly, fold the shorter side and draw this line again. Keep this line as light as possible. Okay, so once this is drawn, then you can make a double line, a thickness line of around 1.5 centimeter like this. So this is where the question is going to come. So I'm not going to solve the entire question paper here. I'm just going to solve one. So the question number here is 1. Draw a right angle triangle having hypotenuse 7 centimeter and an angle of 45 degrees. Okay, so you need to write the question here in this area using your pen, and then whatever construction is there, construction diagram is there, it has to be done in this area. Similarly, now you are skipping the second question, so you have to write question number 3 here. Since you are doing question number 3, construct a circle ABC with AB 7 centimeter, BC 5 centimeter and CA 4 centimeter, passing through the 3 points A, B and C. So you have to write the entire question here with your blue pen and then make the construction here. Similarly, the fifth one with a pen and your construction in this area. Now in this area you have an option here of doing one more question, or you can do solid geometry if there is enough space. Okay, but here I feel that this space is not enough for doing solid geometries because you need a little more space. So what we are going to do is we are going to turn it around like this, okay, and section B we are going to solve it on the back side only. Now before we start with this solid geometry, what we are going to do is we are going to make this outer shape of lettering first. Okay, so the outer shape given is 20 centimeter by 8 centimeter rectangle. Alright, so first what I'm going to do is draw 20 centimeter like this. So what will happen is we are going to first mark the space for the lettering, and then in the remaining space you can do the solid geometry. This is 8 centimeter. Okay, so this is the marking that you have to first do for your lettering, and then you can start with your solid geometry. Draw the plan and elevation of a square cube with diameter 5 centimeter. So your solid geometry will come here. So this is a square cube, so you can make the construction here like this. So your solid geometry will come here. Don't forget to write down the question here as well. Okay, and in this area you have to do the lettering, and here you can write down the make the rough sketch. You can write down the word Sanskriti, and you can just do some rough sketches, and whichever you have finalized you can do it here in this area. So this is how you solve geometry.